Hello and welcome back everyone. In the previous video we talked about the seed of the tree of life. And we're pretty sure you enjoyed that one, and if you felt love flowing through you like we did, it was quite clear in the video I think, we'd like to take it in a slightly different direction now. And we have provided quite a bit of information in the materials of the Shambhala Oneness attunements. But just to give you an idea, in this video, there is this tree of life. It's not something new. It's something that's been there for, oh goodness gracious, eons of time. And it's something that's given, taught in, I believe it's Kabbalah.
The Kabbalah.
The Kabbalah. And you haven't heard of the Kabbalah, you could do a search, for instance, on Madonna. She's probably one of the most famous people that studies the Kabbalah, uses it as a life guide, if you will. What we'd like to do is just momentarily take a short pause, and we'd like to put the image of the Kabbalah here in the screen. Okay, did you get a good look at it? Did you stop it? You could stop the video and then take a good look at it if you want. If you want to wind it backwards again and take another look at it, go ahead. What we want to share with you here is basically, as we did with the other video, what we're doing now is looking at the tree of life, if you will, as a part of our own journey. But this time we're looking at it from, if you will, integrating all of the levels and the parts of the journey as you flow through your ascension process. Because if you look at the Kabbalah and the tree of life, you'll see, if you look at the bottom part of the tree, basically that forms our
subconsciousness,
ego consciousness,
okay.
Our subconsciousness and our ego consciousness. Yes, I think more our ego consciousness, because when people are still working in the lower levels of the tree of life, as the Kabbalah explains, it really is about our ego consciousness. And as we start to understand more and more of how our ego consciousness has worked, has, if you will, been limiting us, been blocking us from our journey of ascension, we start to realize that there are more levels, that we are more than that we thought that we were. And it takes it into the middle, if you will, of the tree of life, the drawing of the tree of life. And we love to see this and call it consciousness, yeah. You're becoming more conscious of your thoughts, your words, your choices, your life's path, your purpose here on earth. It really does get into that part of it in the middle of the tree of life. So this too is a beautiful guide. If it's something that you'd like to study, you have the opportunity to do your search on that. Because we kind of go into it just lightly in the materials. Because, I mean, the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life is a study apart. My goodness, you could spend plenty of years of that.
Your lifetime.
A lifetime study following the Kabbalah. A beautiful energy. It'll deliver you basically what we've been doing right through these Shambhala Oneness attunements. And then there's the next phase of this. As you've gone through the first two levels, you're reaching upwards and outwards, if you will, and you're moving into
the consciousness.
No, that was this one, the God consciousness, the God consciousness. And as you're moving into your God consciousness, this is basically the connection that you have to your higher self. Your higher self is connected to the all, and you're getting higher levels of knowing, of living, of being. And as you look at that tree with all of the beautiful different names that I can't quite remember what language it is, whether it's Sanskrit or it's another language, but they have some magical names in there that kind of would, yeah, they trip your tongue a little bit there, but it's just the feeling of it, just the knowing that there is the possibility of studying that, or feeling it, or understanding it, or just working with it a little bit. It does take you through these three phases. And you know the beautiful thing about this is, do you remember that Belgian gentleman that we went to and listened to his talk? He talked about, if you will, twin flames that particular day, but we're basically talking here about the other part of your soul, whether it be the magnetic or the electric, that we either left behind or incarnated with. As we have travelled through this tree of life, he said that the other part of yourself, even if they're still in the conscious or ego consciousness level, what we basically do is, having learned it energetically in some way, shape or form, what we're doing is we're reaching down and offering our hand to that other part of ourselves, and we're lifting them rapidly through the phases of the tree of life. And that really made my heart sing when I heard that. And this is not limited, folks, this is not limited to your twin flames, because with every single being that you're able to do this with, as you reach down, reach out your hand to another through this tree of life and the consciousness levels, no matter who it is, you're going to lift them up, because you've already integrated. As you share your wisdom and your insights in all of this that we've been sharing with you, those that are willing to listen and are ready to listen, they will have those parts of their brain, their body, their mind, their soul, they will have those pathways opened within them. So please do share your wisdom, your insights, your feelings, your knowledge, your newness, if you will, in this new energy of the tree of life. And trust that in simply sharing, you are assisting every other that you're sharing with. Isn't that just a beautiful thought?
Yes.
Oh, that's what we're here for.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tree of Life.
Namaste.
Namaste.